70 teams started out on the path to Bilbao that began back in early September. Few, if any, of those kicking off in the first round of qualifying would have expected to still be fighting come the quarterfinals. But Brann of Bergen have beaten the odds to reach the knockout stages. They take on Barcelona, winners of this competition last June. A dominant force at home and abroad, and gunning for a sixth straight Champions League semi-final appearance. That'll be decided over the course of two legs. The first tonight, the second in 8 days' time. The right to take on Chelsea or Ajax in the semi-finals. The WSL side with a 3-0 lead at the halfway point going into their home leg. All to play for, though, still. These sides meeting at contrasting points in their season. An added level of difficulty for Brann, who have been playing much of their Champions League campaign through their off-season. The harsh winters in this part of the world have meant that they're only just coming back into their top Syrian swing. They began their season this Saturday just gone with a 4-2 defeat on an indoor pitch at Lillestrøm. They are taking on a Titan on an altogether different level this evening. Barcelona well into the swing of their Liga FA campaign as they go for a fifth straight title. But the team they face have been one of the standout stories of this competition so far. And this evening, they meet as equals. We are approaching 9 p.m. local time in the city of Bergen. Barcelona, one of 3 teams unbeaten through the group stage of this competition, whereas Brann need to fight their way through just to get their 10 games they've had on their journey so far. This is the first meeting of the two teams, opening uncharted waters. Brann's start began right back against Lokomotiv Stara Zagora. Over 6.5 months ago now with a 5-0 win. They weren't tested until they reached the group stage. They weren't expected to go any further. Just the one defeat, though, for this humble side from Norway against the Titans that are Olympique Lyonnais, a side they held to a draw on home turf. Will they be able to do the same again? Well, there can be no questioning their credentials. Barcelona were crowned Queens of Europe in Eindhoven back in June last year. Back-to-back triumphs would be sure to signal an end to the period of dominance enjoyed by Lyon for so much of the last decade. But the all-time greats from France have already had their blades blunted in Bergen this Champions League campaign. Can Brann, the great success story, channel that giant killing energy again? It is the stuff that Champions League dreams are made of. Let's be prepared for the final of the 4 quarterfinals. Some of those kids look mighty cold, don't they? It's something that Brann are used to around these parts. The artificial pitch adds in another element that Barcelona have to be aware of. They are adept at playing on plastic surfaces back home against a couple of Liga FA sides. Any advantage that Brann can take tonight, though, they will take advantage of. A side who have made it clear that they fear nobody on their route through this European competition. Trying to be just the 3rd Norwegian side to reach the semi-finals. This is the team they attempt to do it with. Their domestic season began with defeat and just the one change made by coach Martin Hull to bring in Australian international striker Larissa Krummer for Anna Nerland-Øye. Goalkeeper Aurora Mikkelsen was Norway's first choice at last year's World Cup, and she can have a big part to play tonight. Wing-back Marit Brotberg-Lund was also involved in Australia and New Zealand with the national side. 18-year-old Sinja Gupset scored Brann's memorable late equaliser against Lyon in the group stage. She made her Norway debut over the recent international break. And our team of referees hail from Romania and Greece, led by Alina Pesciu, already taken charge of one Champions League game involving Brann this season. A 1-0 group stage win over Slavia Praha. Well respected at international level. Interested with England's key Nations League game against Scotland late last year. And don't forget as well, we do have the video assistant referee at our disposal. The video Hadsigan will be in charge of that. Well, Barcelona were 7-0 winners at home to Tenerife in Liga F on Sunday, and in Bergen they make 7 changes. Goalkeeper Kata remains, as do Irene Walsh and Graham Hansen. The Norwegian star returns home, having amassed 24 goals this campaign, but it's Salma Pariuelo who represents Europe's greatest strike threat right now. 25 goals in 24 games this season for the 20-year-old. On the bench as well, a place for Alexia Putellas and Fridolina Rolfo. 2 key figures who've made their returns from injury in recent weeks, but it's about the stars on the pitch, of which they have many. A side that rotation doesn't seem to affect. Depth that others across Europe could only dream of. And while it is the stuff of legend, make no mistake, the magnitude of the task facing Brann tonight is lost on nobody. Barcelona have not lost a 2-legged Champions League tie in 6 years. And we're underway in the last of the 4 UEFA Women's Champions League quarterfinals. One side who reached the group stage directly as holders, another had to win 4 matches just to get to the competition proper for the first time. It's a Giants and Minnows story unfolding in Bergen, and over the course of 2 legs, the path to Bilbao and the final will become clearer from one of these clubs. Well, this has been the talk of the town for some weeks now, and indeed it was mainly the only story filling the sports pages of the local newspapers over the last couple of months. And the right to play in this competition, Brann through their title win in 2022, but they fell off the pace early last season. Came in 4th in the end, 13 points behind winners Vålerenga. The countrywomen fell to another Spanish side in the qualifiers, Real Madrid, who themselves had their foray ended in the group stage, but no such horrors befell Barcelona on their bid to pick up a 2nd title in successive years in this competition. Here's Mariona Caldente. Patry. Ingrid Engen. Noah Badia. Stars who've made their name not just at Barcelona but across Europe. Engen, the former Wolfsburg midfielder. Played in midfield most of a Barcelona career, but has dropped back into defence with injuries to high-profile players like Jana Fernandez and Napi Leon. Long-term absentees. Here's Pariuelo. She's the woman that Brann have to try and keep quiet this evening. That fact is lost on nobody. Brann have stars of their own, though. Those who can make a name for themselves going forward. Coach Martin Hall has said that his side have an opportunity now to play themselves into the shop window. They're on show to the whole of Europe and the world. Have lost big players in recent years, Brann as well. Lisa Nilsson scored for Manchester United at the weekend in the Women's Super League. Formerly of this parish. And she might just have the biggest part to play of all. Brands with the throw. Held up nicely, but picked off by Carolina Helglund. And Scheller. Playing dangerously here, Verstenstad. Normally the captain of this side, but she's ceded duties to Cecilia Kvarme tonight. A change was made before the start of the domestic season in Norway, but the new captain saw fit to pass the armband back to the player who'd held it throughout the European campaign. And of course, a big night for Alina Pesciu. This kind of night, well, it's something he's used to now, Jonathan Heraldes. In his final season at Barcelona manager, heading across the Atlantic to Washington Spirit, and his job is done. Is it a job that's going to end with another Champions League win? They are fighting on, well, still 3 fronts, Barcelona. They won the Spanish Supercopa emphatically. 7-0 against Levante back in January. They've managed the treble before, but a quadruple has always eluded them, and there's pressure on Mikkelsen here. So 2 on Tindela. Berglund managed under the pressure from Maitana. The 2-legged win saw Barcelona into the final of the Copa de la Reina, the Spanish domestic cup, in the week preceding this one. It's an athletic club. They play Real Sociedad. So they beat 7-0 2 weeks ago. They have bossed all things football in Spain over the last few years. Going for an unprecedented 5th straight win in Liga Epic. Here's Kvamba. Offside flag is up. But it'll have to be clinical. Brann this evening. Cecilia Reddish-Kvamba didn't quite hold the line right there, but they know there might be slim pickings, which will be difficult to adapt to for a side who are used to playing with the ball. Jonathan Heraldes said in his pre-match press conference he knows that Brann like to dominate possession, like to press high. Mariona's going to chase this, and I think she's going to get there as well, ahead of Kvamba. Here's Pariuelo. Opening up for Patrick Guijarro. It's Patry. Too close to the goalkeeper. And there were runners in there as well. Might be a break on here if Helvan can harness the power. She is up against Lucy Bronze. Comfortable in the end for the Lionesses fullback. Stands at 2, the English contingent in Barcelona's ranks. Kira Walsh in the centre of the park, and Lucy Bronze normally supporting her from the right. Here's on Abadia, normally of Manchester United. Returned to Barcelona in the summer. Now Kira Walsh. Engen. Irene Paredes. There's Bronze. Barcelona moving the ball with confidence in the early stages. Here's Aitana Bonmati. And she's got Pariuelo in the middle. This is going to be a bit too strongly hit, and Kvamba can get it away. Only as far as Badia. And Patrick. And Mariona. Trying to turn here, and she's got the crossing as well. Well, it went all the way through towards Bronze, who couldn't fashion a shot. Brann had the opportunity to clear the lines here. Well, picked up it was in the end, but given away to Mariona Caldente. And this is shaping up nicely for Graham Hansen here. Did it hit an arm? Referee unmoved. Aitana. All the pressure coming from the visitors. Lovely crossing as well. Sama Pariuelo. Just over. Well, an early scare for Brann. And warning shots fired by their visitors from Catalonia. Far too easy that possession was given away. Graham Hansen thought about the shot. It hit Østenstøren. Did ricochet up into her arm, but the pitch had something to save first, and that might be what had saved her. But Sama Pariuelo, from that range, you'd expect to hit the target. Well, it would have been harsh. VAR will be checking in the background all these things. Nowhere to hide this evening. Walsh's ball is a good one. Mariona forces a save out of Mikkelsen. And the distribution could have been better. Brann, it seems, inviting pressure on in these early stages, and Mariona very close to finding the corner. Good save. The boos are ringing out around Olsen Arena. Graham Hansen to take it. Put past Kvama, Patry, Graham Hansen, deflection and in. And Barcelona lead in Bergen. And it's the Norwegian star with the goal. Well, their reputation precedes them. The title of European champions was hard-won last season. And Barcelona, to the joy of the travelling support, take the first step towards this season's semi-finals. Well, it was all too easy. Graham Hansen with the link-up play. She started and finished the move, taking a big chunk of Østenstad, I think, though. Defender got half in the way, and that little nick just took it out of the path of Mikkelsen. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And so often it happens in his favour. Might be a chance for a perfect response here, but Krummer couldn't get near. That is a nightmare start, though, for Brann of Bergen. Have to try and keep this excellent front line quiet, but I have to say it's an avoidable way to go behind of all the class goals that you see from the Catalonian giants. That one was as much due to the defensive intervention as any piece of skill. Now the Norwegians have it all to do. There's Stanovic. And the crowd have got a job to do. Olsen Arena. It's got their usual home ground. Usually play their games at Stayermeyen, which is a 1,500-seater facility, but the Champions League, they've come to Olsen at 3,500 it holds. That's Kvama trying to play in Gubset or Krummer, but sliced it straight through the middle in the end. Reina Paredes under pressure. This is what Brann do well. They put pressure on defences, high line. And get away. Orihuela appended by Stanovic. Illegally, says the referee. And she just got there first, the Spanish winger. Not just Brann giving away possession cheaply, though, inside their own half. Has befallen Barcelona a couple of times, and here comes Kvama. This is Gubset. Stopped by Badia. Kante can clear. Taken back easily though. Shallow. Gubset. This could be the chance. Decent ball in as well. But the shot was wild and high for Marit Brockberglund. This is more like it. Gubset with the eye to set up, and she saw some space for Marit Brockberglund, but way off target. Given away again. And a bad effort from distance as well from Justina Scheller. 4 goals for the campaign so far. Would have taken something rather spectacular to beat Katakoi from that range, you have to say. Jitters from both sides, but Barcelona will be the ones placated on looking at the scoreboard. Chance to drive for bronze. Graham Hansen. And the boos are ringing out for the returning star, Walsh. And she was very complimentary, Graham Hansen, the week leading up to this game, about the way the Brann have played and got themselves into this level of competition. Here comes Graham Hansen again, though. And Østenstad with the intervention. Well, she said it suits the game in her home country. Graham Hansen. Something that Ingrid Engen might agree with. The Norwegian side is mixing it up with the very best, but not getting a heroine's welcome. It is her goal that separates. Barcelona can do more damage here. Aitana. From Hansen. It will be Aitana Bonmati again. Flick was from Pariuelo. Couldn't do enough to take it on target. All the danger coming from those in blue. Here is Irene. Bronze. Looking for Graham Hansen, only found Brock Berglund. First and stop. Now Shellam. And Stanovic. Given away cheaply. Salma Pariuelo. Trying to find space for a cross. She'll use Patchery. And again it's Badia. Ingrid Engen. Irene. Barcelona controlling the opening exchanges. Walsh and Aitana. And Tangen. And Badia. And Pariuelo. Fancied the shot. Only hit the body of Stanovic. Danger far from over. Engen. Made it straight to Ingrid Stanovic this time, but Walsh again on the pickup, and Pariuelo couldn't find a shirt in blue. Hoagland trying to play out, but they're struggling to form a meaningful string of passes. Here's Bronze. Performance on the pitch hasn't quite materialised from Brann yet, but those in the stands are doing their bit. Those levels are high, even if expectation might not be. Following Graham Hansen's 9th minute goal. Mariona. Badia. Using Patchery. Going route one this time. Brock Berglund got a head on it. It's up to Tindler to clear, but Graham Hansen got in the way, and pressure exerted by Bronze. He hasn't quite kept it alive. Not that she agrees. This is Shellam. We're unable to hold up, and again it's wave after wave of blue attack. Mariona using Aitana. Walsh, offside flag up against Aitana Bonmati. Barcelona are in full control. I tell you what, she was quite clearly on as well. Well, of course, we do have the video assistant referee, and so any offside that leads to a goal, the directive will be that the flag should stay down unless it's obvious. One you would argue was obvious in the negative. Here's Tindler. Brock Berglund. Hoagland under pressure from Walsh. Krummer. Trying to play in Gubsit, but to no avail. Here's on Badia. Kramer hustling her. Now we're in it. Well, it was an enormous task even coming into this. 0-0 for Brann. No side has beaten Barcelona this season. You have to go back to May, in fact, for their last loss. Madrid Club de Football Femenino. A team from just outside the Spanish capital in Fuenlabrada. Beat Barcelona in their final league game of the season. Didn't affect them too much though, the Blaugrana. Went on to win in Eindhoven against Wolfsburg 2 weeks later in the Champions League final. Just 2 blots on the proverbial copybook for this season. 1-1 draw with Levante, one of the best of the rest in Liga F. And the final match day with TopSport wrapped up in the group of 4-4 draw with Benfica. And all the thrills of a Champions League classic. So there is inspiration for Brann to follow. Benfica were 2-0 down before half-time in that one, before spurring themselves back into gear. Here comes Graham Hansen. trying to inflict further damage. Walsh up against Crummer. This is Lucy Bronze and Aitana. Walsh. Aitana Bonmatí. And Badia was in there, but had a lot to do there on a Badia. Couldn't fashion any powerful shot towards goal. This is what Aitana Bonmatí does best. She plants a lovely ball in, but Badia were unable to force any movement out of McAlston. Here's Shellan. Made it right into the path of Patchery. They got away with it, Brann. Gubson in a tangle. Here's Ingrid Engen. Bronze. He ran it. Walsh under pressure this time. And Gubson's going to continue that pressure here for Brann. And she's going to go for goal here. Off target from Senior Gubson. Well, she scored arguably the most famous goal in the club's history against Lyon a couple of months ago. This would have been equally special. Look at this, pressure from Graham Hansen, and it could have been two. More defence to attack in the blink of an eye for Barcelona. And Brann were almost caught half asleep. Graham Hansen burning down on goal. Seemed that she had the angle, but Norwegian just pulled it. Pressure again from Patchery. It's over and that'll be serenaded. The Hardy home souls behind the goal. 500 have travelled in support of Barcelona. They're down the other end of the ground, and they are the ones who will be in higher spirits, but there's a lot of football yet to be played. Gupset going in on Salma Pariuela. Here's Patchery. Forced down a blind alley there. Pressure came from Carolina Helglund. Senior Gupset not happy with the Barcelona captain rolling that ball away. One player apiece. Risks missing the second leg through suspension if they pick up a yellow card. Marissa Crummer. In fact, the two players fighting each other. Crummer and Badia. Crummer's picked up 3 bookings over the course of the competition, but thankfully for her, this slate was wiped after the qualifiers. She is a fighter, though. Got a brilliant personal story. Australian international, went to the 2015 World Cup, but overcome adversity to get to this stage. Thought her career might have been over in 2019, double leg break. Was at one point in danger of losing her leg, but she's fought back. She's got back into the Matildas team. All that while balancing with an apprenticeship in plumbing. Multi-talented, multifaceted attacker. Leading her tonight, but she's on very little service so far. Marissa Crummer. Here's Kvama ahead of Gubset. Badia. Really under pressure from Crummer. Walsh. This is Mariona. And Graham Hansen. Alright, Tanner's making a run through the centre. It will be a corner. Westonstone with the block again. Barcelona arrived in Norway yesterday after a long journey, but there's no sign of fatigue. And the benefit of being able to make so many changes for Jonathan Heraldes. 7 new starters tonight, rested in the 7-0 win over Tenerife at the weekend. They are looking brighter on a different level than the Norwegian hosts. There's a scrap on for it, and Helgon did eventually get it away, only as far as Pariuela. Into the body of Stenovic it went. Gup sits underneath this. Uses out to Bronze. Badia. Giving inadvertently something to run on to. No Atana. A lot of chasing that Brann have had to do. Mariona. Patrick. Mariona Caldente against Senior Gubsit. Looking to turn the screw. Get some space for a cross as well, but it was well handled by Stanovic. Trying to control it was Engersvik, and she's done well there, Michael Engersvik. Not too many options in red there, and drew the contact from Aitana Bonmati. It's Tindela. So long as they keep it at 1, Brann can afford to believe. I don't think it's impossible, but closing a bigger margin against the champions of Europe, well, that's an unenviable task, to put it mildly. Helglund. Rustenstad. Now Stanovic. Showed a bit of that to Badia, but Kvama did get there first. No free kick this time, though. Sama Pariuelo. Badia. Kira Walsh. Here's Engen. Barcelona look utterly comfortable. Bronze. Martin Hall wants his Brann players to come out. Known for their high line. Can you afford, though, to play such high-octane football against Barcelona? That's the question that's been asked. And the question they will continue to answer in 8 days' time in Catalonia. Stade Johan Cruyff will be the scene of battle. There was talk that it could move to nearby Montjuic and Melange Estadio Luis Companys, but it will be Barcelona Femini's more modest home. They'll host that one. Camp Nou out of action this season for men's and women's. Brann too have had delays on waiting for home stadiums. Brann Stadion, the main arena around these parts, is having its turf relayed. It would have been ready for next week, but as group runners-up, Brann were given the honour of hosting first, and make of it what you will, whether it's an advantage playing on artificial turf or not. Here's Aitana Bonmati. Barcelona are always threatening. Always lurking. Carolina Graham-Hansen. Gonna go the long way around, Engen. Brann holding their shape well. There's Lucy Bronze. Going for the cross, and it's come all the way through to Badia and Mariona. Touch was a good one by Stanovic, and Brann can try and clear their lines. Here's Senior Gubsit. Still going here, the 18-year-old. Looking to try and find Engersvik, but the move was always losing pace. And they've been admirable on the counter at times, Brann not afraid to take the game to Barcelona. But the Catalan Giants have all the answers so far, it seems. She's a talented prospect, though, Gubsit. Able to make those mazy runs. So too, though, is Pariuelo, which has got the better of Kvama here. Into the path of Graham-Hansen, but the Norwegian can't get on the end of it. And it's a slide in vain from Bronze. Well, the noise levels haven't abated. Martin Howard called on those turning out for the home side to be the 12th player. Engen. Now Patry, advantage in Barcelona's favour. Pariuelo, stopped by Stanovic. Here's Badia. Kvama trying to hold her off. Patrick. More movement from Barcelona. A wise move from Bob Berglund to allow it to pass by. Well, they'll be satisfied, but they'll know it could have been worse. Here's Kvama. Shannon. Towards Helglon and whips it away. And the drop zone is Bronn's though. Aitana Bonmatí might fancy it here. Into the body of Østenstad. And Engersvik gets to the rebound first. It is a constant pressure that Brann are facing here. Patrick. Irene. Plenty of football down that right flank. Lucy Bronze for Barcelona. Here she comes again. Graham Hansen looking for Bronze again. Well, either the post or the boots of Mikkelsen. They've come to the rescue right now. Might be more needed. Aitana. I think it hit her own player. Patrick. Always looking wayward. And Brann can breathe again. There's so much to break down. This was the chance for Lucy Bronze. Trying to beat the goalkeeper at the near post, and it's a good save from Mikkelsen. No look right in it. The nights don't come as good as these in Europe, and they might not come again for some time. The only way that Brann can qualify for next season's Champions League is by winning the thing. Finishing fourth in the top Serien has cast them out of Europe for 12 months. The way that the Norwegian season runs in line with the calendar year means that they are in effect one cycle behind in Europe. Here's Badia. Ariuelo closed down by Schellon. Now Ingrid Engen. Ariuelo. It's a pace that's the main threat. Ariuelo, but one positive for Brann is that they've managed to neutralise the 20-year-old's attacking flair somewhat. Haven't allowed her down the flanks as much as she might like. Here's Walsh, looking to bring in Ariuelo. Deep ball in towards Graham Hansen. Østenstad in there. Scrambled goalwards, but Mikkelsen with a decisive touch. Well, Graham Hansen close to a second. Making life difficult all night long for Aurora Mikkelsen. It was a good ball from Salma Ariuelo, no question of offside. Took it away from Graham Hansen, and after that it was a losing battle for her. Well, if he'd offered them a scoreline of 1-0 against it, 32 minutes, I wonder if Brann might have taken that, but the manner will be disappointing. Of all the ways to concede to Barcelona, a deflection is one they will consider avoidable. Or just downright unlucky. And apart from that moment in the 9th minute, they have neutralised the threat of the Spanish champions and the European champions. Could be more danger incoming though. Mariona trying to hold up. Patrick. Ariuelo up against Stejnovic, who can't hold off the danger, and Ariuelo with the shot, but all the pace are going out of it. Important deflection by Cecilia Kvama. Risky business playing out from the back, especially when Salma Ariuelo's on hand. Mariona just wide, and that should be lesson learned for Brann. Cannot give Mariona Caldente room to shoot from there. And it was all so simple, really. And the top Syrian side can count themselves rather fortunate not to be 2 goals down. Krummer trying to hold up, but she was surrounded by Barcelona blue. known as the Blaugrana. There's no Grana on that kit, but there is Blau. Patrick looking for Aitana. He's got herself into some space here. And testing the gloves of Mikkelsen again, and she was stopped from getting to the rebound by a well-timed challenge from Johanna Juntila. Graham Hansen stopped by Bob Berglund. It is a corner, but a resumption of Barcelona's pressure. And an excellent ball by Patrick Guijarro here to start it all off. Aitana fancied going herself, and rather routine stop from Mikkelsen, but still had to deal with the rebound, Brann. And Barcelona find a way through again before half-time. Graham Hansen on the delivery. Bronze is up for it. Engen, good save. And palmed away by Mikkelsen once again. What a lovely looping header. Lucy Bronze, and it was Mariona who got the decisive touch, and not as decisive as the stop from Mikkelsen. Strong left hand. Had barely any time to react there. Always number one. That's why she holds the gloves for the national team. And still finely balanced at the Arsenal Arena. Well, the traffic has been going one way. And there for a forward, or a chance for one for Brann. He's coming up against the side who are used to scoring goals. They ran in 4 per game in their first 3 Champions League games, and then it was a 2-0 win against Glasgow City. It saw them into the group stage for the very first time. Brann breaking new ground. They fell at the last qualifying stage last season. Makes it all the more remarkable, but they're on the defensive again. That's ahead of Pariuelo. On Abadia. Patrick. Engen. Such an illustrious roll call. Aitana. Perhaps the pick of the lot. Irene. Given away. Now then. Is there a chance for the pride of Bergen? Sharon ran out of options there. Hauglund wrestling it back too, but between them, too many arms in that challenge for the referee's liking, and now Pariuelo's got a chance to shoot, and she'll take it. Straight at the goalkeeper. And you got a bit of a shove there. Senior Gubsit. Patrick. Trying to rouse the home side and keep this tie alive. Champions of Europe leading, but not by as much as many would have expected them to, and certainly not by as many as you might expect after racking up 21 attempts. Aitana. Graham Hansen. Shira Walsh now. Graham Hansen again, but Aston Starr was there. And it feels like Brann are in survival mode, even as we approach what will be the quarter mark of this quarter-final. Engen. Patrick. Lucy Bronze. Irene. It's Kira Walsh. Block was a well-timed one from Hauglund. Now Engersvik. Very little in the way of red shirts for her to find there, Rachel Engersvik. This could be the opening they've been waiting for. That Gubsit into the path of Shellon, all the way to the back post where Kvammer is waiting. Cecilia Kvammer, she can't believe it. And the best story of the Champions League just keeps on getting better. Brann of Bergen. Toe-to-toe with the best in Europe. They're a side that fears nobody. Very little in the way of chances going forward. But they've taken the opportunity when it mattered. Cecilia Kvama. Brann's returning captain. With one of the most important goals in the history of this football club. And just look what it means to her. Look what it means to them. Cecilia Kvama. And it's a name that will go down in history, no matter what the result of the two legs. But this first leg is poised evenly once again. Despite all Barcelona's dominance. Can they react in style with Graham Hansen? Patrick. Badia. Away was the call. But Berglund didn't get the most on it, and that's taken an unfortunate ricochet off Engersvik. Badia. Pariuelo. This is Walsh. Patrick. This wasn't in the script for Barcelona. It's an adage that is trotted out many a time, but it's certainly befitting of this occasion. Utter dominance from the European champions. But a few minutes out from the half, nothing to show for it. Patrick. Oh! Denied. Well, the faintest of touches from Aurora Mikkelsen. Well, it is Graham Hansen. Plenty of bodies in blue to aim for. Engen got in there, so too Bronze. No one with a decisive touch. Engersvik gonna have to do it all on her own, and she's done an admirable job of it. And all of a sudden, it's a completely different game. By and large, it is in fitting with what we've had so far in the quarterfinals. One-sided affair in Amsterdam between Ajax and Chelsea that went the way of the WSL side 3-0, but Benfica put the jitters on Lyon, the 8-time winners, late last night. 2-1 win eventually for the French side in Portugal. And then earlier this evening, a 2-1 win for Paris Saint-Germain at Häcken in Gothenburg. Swedish side with a job to do in Paris next week, but still firmly in the tie. They too have been full of surprises on this campaign. Got out of the group involving Real Madrid in the giant killers of Paris FC, who saw out the likes of Arsenal and Wolfsburg. Brann under the cosh again here, though. It's Patrick. Cups it in the way, and just as well. Here's Bronze. Now Engen. There's a different feel about it now. Not just in terms of the scoreline. It seems there's more confidence in the home ranks here, but still seeing the same patterns of play. Barcelona have been camped out in that Brann half for much of this game. Cups it in a tangle. That's allowed it to roll to Patrick. Now Badia against Kvama. Mariona Caldente. Irene. Found its way to Graham Hansen, but was dealt with by Tinnila. And the Finnish defender has hurt herself in the process. Mikkelsen has to have as much credit as the goal scorer Kvama for the current scoreline. 3 occasions. I can count that she kept it at 1-0. Well, this is a chance here. Senior Gupset has to have been holding on a Baggio and the referee spotted it. Well, shirt pullers blatant as they come. Here's Bronze, Naitana. Pariuela. Brann will know they can't afford to switch off, and it would be a gut punch now to see that equaliser go to waste right in the stroke of half-time. Patrick. Anger. Now Patrick. Well, those behind the goal believe that was nearly a costly error as well, but Rustenstad getting away with one. Mariona unable to keep it in. Into a single minute of added time we go, and Brann will be happy about that. A change of tack for his half-time team talk. Patry the winner of the header, but to no avail going forward. Engersvic's going to chase this one down, but beaten by Bronze, and the England international has won a free kick as well. And the yellow card has come out too. I have to say it's a surprise, given some of the challenges we've had so far. It was full-bodied, though, from Rakel Engersvik. Into the book she goes. You would imagine the final chance of the half. It's up towards Irene, flame of the goal, and Gupset gets it away. Well, the post is rattling, but SK Brann are rattled. A half that seemed to be going Barcelona's way for the entirety. They were in cruise control, the European champions, just couldn't find the net for a second time. Graham Hansen's goal seemed to be the difference, and then Cecilia Reddish-Kvama with the unlikeliest of goals to level things up at Åsene Arena, and it is all to play for in this first leg of the UEFA Women's Champions League quarterfinals. Nobody saw that coming. It's what they've all dreamed of. And the half-time score is SK Brann 1, Barcelona 1.
You got 1-1 at halftime against Barcelona. What do you say about this first half?
Yeah, not bad, even though they have most of the possession, we have to admit. But I think we're putting in a really good fight, and we just have to do the same in the second half.
And scoring a goal like that, what's the feeling when that happens?
It's unreal. Yeah, I don't think words can explain it. Really nice.
Thank you.
Well, what a first half it's been. It's all square at Åsene Arena. The half-time score is Brann 1, Barcelona 1.